So we're in that sort of interesting no man's land in between Halloween, Christmas and New Year. I've already got the sense that 2026 is coming up and it's time to get organized. And I don't know if you're feeling like that already as well. Now, if you are wanting to get organized for 2026 and have been thinking in line of, I wonder what my astrology is saying for 2026, then you might like some of my deals that I've got running that I've literally just launched today. I've been thinking about it. Like the last few years, I've done a Christmas reading in different ways. And so I've been refining over the last couple of years and really thinking, how can I be most helpful? And I think a lot of this depends on whether you're on an internal journey, an external journey, or whether you're really wanting to kind of hit, like hit the year running, like go straight into 2026 at a sprint. So here's some of my suggestions, or three of my suggestions, which I'm running at the moment. And they are discounted to my usual rate. So they're a bit of a snap as well. And I've just got 15 places. So that's going to comfortably lead me up to, Christmas and not have to work my way through it like I did last year. This is just, I've just flicked my website, which by the way is louisatannermunson.com, or you could also type in feelgoodastrology.com and it would bring you straight here. So I've got my 2026 readings that speak to your soul. That's my aim. And I've got three offerings. The first one is a year of lunar returns. Now, I don't know if you've ever used a lunar return or not, but I think they're really, really helpful. So lots of people will have a solar return chart every year, which is when it's around the time of your birthday, when the sun comes back around to where it was at the time, place and date of your birth, and you get a readout for the next year ahead. I prefer lunar returns because the moon is always coming back around and it gives you a lovely 1 month look ahead. It's a lunar month. It's not a calendar month. It's a lunar month. So every time, so for instance, my moon is in the sign of Pisces at 9 degrees 50. Every time that the moon comes back round to the exact degree it was in the location that I'm currently in, it draws up my lunar return chart that gives me a beautiful look at my internal, emotional, psychic journey. Everything that the moon represents, it's like you're having a clean slate. So all of the emotional stuff from the previous month, you can kind of let that go and see what the moon is bringing you in this month ahead. And I always find it really helpful because one of the great things about the lunar return is the sun is always in a different sign each month. And often, Venus and Mercury are in different signs. And so you get a very different reading each month. And they do kind of follow along. However, I find that they really give you that sense that you are going into a new stage. So I find them really, really helpful. And so it helps you know where your emotional focus lands, what your heart is processing, how your inner world is evolving. And so if you chose the lunar return option, what I would be doing is recording 12 to 13. Sometimes there are 13 lunar returns in your year ahead. So however many lunar returns you've got, 12 or 13, I will record a reading for each of those. And there'll be at least 10 minutes. Most likely they'll be over. As you probably know, if you watch this channel, I can't seem to do anything in less than 10 minutes. So it'll pick up on your emotional themes, your personal priorities for the month ahead. Also, if there are 5 asteroids, like if you've got, say, 5 things you want to put into your readings, it could be the names of people in your family, it could be your business name, it might be love, home, health, and your name. If there's something you would like me to have as, on a watch list for this year ahead, then I could put in some personalized asteroids, some named asteroids into each of these readings for the whole of the year. So that would really give you something quite meaningful, which you could listen to each month. You could listen to it all in one go and separately. So that's your inner journey. And that's roughly, it's no less than 2 hours work. It's absolutely more than 2 hours work. Your turning points, this is more an external version of, the moon's journey. So with this, I would be looking at the new moons and the full moons each month. to see where they're showing in your chart, to see if they're connecting to a personal planet or an angle, and also the eclipses. Also keeping an eye on the nodes and what they're doing. So is the North Node coming into an alignment? Is the North Node changing signs or houses? Actually, they will be. The node will be changing signs later on in 2026. And really seeing if there are any turning points occurring, especially if one of these full moons or eclipses is coming into a connection with one of your outer planets. And so this is really showing the moon's outer journey for you in this year ahead. Once again, I'll be doing at least 10 minutes for each month. And also around the time of the eclipses, there are 2 eclipse seasons. I will also probably be doing a longer one on those ones because the eclipses are so much more potent. And it will give you a sense of when to move, when to pause, when to begin, and when to release. So, that's the whole purpose of me looking at that. And it's really good. Like if you're the kind of person that's always looking for healing cycles, getting in tune with the moon, sort of understanding the waxing and the waning cycles. It's helping when the universe is open and also when it's closing doors. So that's at least another 2 hours if you're interested. And the other one, and this is the one that I think most people go for, is the transit blueprint. So I'll be looking at all the planets. I will include the moon, but it's not quite so important. With this one, I'll be looking predominantly at the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and over to Pluto. But essentially, the personals, so the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and also Mars, also Jupiter. I know Jupiter is going to be changing signs next year. But really seeing where are they moving in this year ahead? Are they going over your angles? Are they going over your natal planets? What's happening when they're going retrogrades in 2026? How is that going to unfold for you? There will be a kind of like worksheet handout, like 1 page per month. And, I will be sort of paying attention to, again, when you can move, pause, initiate, create, or course correct. I do tend to channel quite a bit. That's kind of the way I work. And so I'll be really kind of piecing it together. My aim for this is that it's most likely a 2 hour, most likely longer than 2 hours, but I'm going to really sort of deep dive into your chart, first of all, overall, and then a little bit each month. So you really get a sense of what's coming up. So you get the sense that there is a clear 12-month timeline. That's my aim. And so for each of these offers, which is like 2 hours or more, that's €400. But if you wanted to buy a bundle, I often find that when I'm recording one kind of thing, some of the groundwork is set up for the next kind of reading. So I think I can bundle them and save a little bit of time in here and there. So for instance, if you go for the lunar bundle with the internal moon journey and the external moon journey, instead of it being 4 hours, it will definitely be over 3 hours, might be 4, might be a little bit over, but instead of it being double the price, it's just not it's much more beneficial to buy 2 of them together. And if you wanted the transits bundle, i.e. the sort of planetary transits and then the turning points from the new moon, full moon, and eclipses, there's that transit bundle that could be very, very helpful as well. And if you like the sound of all 3 of them, which is, it could be overload, but it could also be a really beautiful, luxurious investment in yourself, setting yourself up for a great year ahead. If you want all 3, then I'm sure I can do that in 4 hours plus, and the price reflects that. If you're a member of my Skool community, there is a 20% discount on it as well. So that's a nice little bonus for them. But yeah, all you have to do, so if you go to louisatannermunson.com or feelgoodastrology.com, and then just have a little read through to see which one you like, and then click on it, or in fact, click anywhere, any of these buttons. They all go to my Calendly page. And I've just set this up for Christmas, essentially. So you'll get a real sense of these are all the things that I've just mentioned. You click on it, it will take money straight away, and you just book into my diary. It's not a live recording between us unless you send me a message and say, I really want to do this live. I don't recommend it. I absolutely recommend that you let me do it on my own, because you'll get a lot more out of me. I'm sure of that, you know, because it's quite a heavy workload, and I'll just be able to crack on. But you know, if that's what you want, I can absolutely do that. But when you're booking it into my calendar, it's not to say that you'll get it on that day, but you'll get it by Christmas. You'll see the dates are just up until mid-December. So you just book it in, and then once that date's gone, nobody else will be able to book it. You know, I'm really going to just keep it to, you know, like 20 readings, and that's it. So, yeah, that's there. So if that sounds like something that's going to set you up for the year ahead and that you'd really like, then do get in touch. Go to louisatannermunson.com or feelgoodastrology.com, or you could just go straight to Calendly. So that's calendly.com/Louisa Tanner Munson. All of those links are below in the description box. And yeah, if I get to work with you, I'm going to be very delighted. It'll be really nice to get to know somebody new. So anyway, lots of love to you, and catch up with you real soon. Bye for now.